Good morning, guys. This is Christina with the Geocache family. I wanted to give you a backyard update. This is the sage that we moved from the front to the back, and it does have some green finally coming out on it, so I think it's gonna live. These are the potatoes finally popping up. They're doing good. I planted a baby nasturtium there. I've got calendula around the peach trees, and I've got 3 borage in the back and 1 ground cherry. We moved the pile of dirt back to where the sticks used to be so that I can start moving it in here around the chicken coop. And then as the seasons change or plants move or whatever, I can put dirt out here, and then we'll have it in the fall. The pots, I didn't really want to do pots this year, but I had no other way of getting my gourds in the ground and kind of protected from the chickens. So I went ahead and my husband drilled holes in the bottom of these totes, and I went ahead and filled them with the dirt. And so this one is pie pumpkin with 1 petunia and straw flower. This one is a birdhouse gourd with petunia and straw flower. Look, it's already grabbing the fence. We went and put a hardware cloth on the inside of the coop so that the chickens cannot peck these guys as they're growing, and once they get big enough, it will give them more shade from this side, and hopefully draw some more bugs and whatnot so that they can eat them. So I'm kind of excited about that, because last year Bean, my khaki Campbell duck, and the 2 littlest hens kept sticking their heads through and eating everything. So I ran a green mesh through, but it was so late in the season that I really didn't get the growth nor shade like I had wanted. They ate all of the noodle beans that I had planted around the coop to give them shade. So this one is a mini bottle gourd, and then a second birdhouse gourd, because I'm hoping to actually paint those. And then this is the snake gourd. And I had 3, but I don't think this one is going to make it. So I'll have 2. Then we went in between each of the totes and I did sunflowers. So I have a Velvet Queen, Chocolat, Double Dandy, Moulin Rouge, that one's a mammoth sunflower. That one's a firecatcher. And that one's a Russian mammoth. And then we planted another Russian mammoth up here, a mammoth there, a firecatcher there, a double dandy. That's 2 double dandies. A chocolat, 2 of those. Moulin Rouge are all of those 4. And then there's a magic roundabout there. I also have another, I think that one was a yellow squash, if I remember right, that I put in the corner there. It had fallen out of its cup. The purple potatoes are starting to come up finally, and the asparagus are doing well. We keep coming up here and putting more dirt around them to get them to hold upright, but they're tall. That comes up to my stomach, that one. So I had to get a new sprinkler setup for back here, because watering by hand is taking incredibly long, and I can't get it all. So I set the water back here, and then I just let it go for a while, and then I move around. Alright, so in here I have another ground cherry. So this one is seed raised, and that one back there was store-bought from the small nursery that I like to go to. And then I've got my peppers in here, and they're kind of all mixed up. So it's just a hodgepodge of peppers up here. This one is the Canary Bell, going all the way down for 2. And then those 4 down there are Cali Wonders. These ones were white peppers that I found at the store. Blondies, or Blonde Bells for those 2. And then I have a Snack Baby there. And these guys were Yellow Monsters coming down. Coral Bells are those 2. Bananas are those 2. And then the store-bought ones were, that was another lunchbox. That one was a yellow bell. That one was a green. And this one was a purple. And then, oh, and those guys there are core bells. So, a ton of peppers. Most of them are, like I said, from seed. So they're still on the tiny side, but they transplanted well. I didn't harden them off. I just threw them out here tiny and on a overcast day, and they're not burning at all. So, knock on wood yet. The bigger guys, they are. But, yeah. So, that's my pepper patch. I got marigolds growing in the corners of each of those beds. One of the Kajaris doesn't look like it transplanted. So, I'm not going to mess with it. Maybe it'll bounce back. But that one's doing great. Then in here, we've got the artichokes that are finally getting taller. My cabbages that I grew from seed are finally getting taller. I did do a dill back here. I tried to put some things that the caterpillars like back here in the hopes that maybe they'll go after that and not the cabbage. So we'll see what happens. I don't have a way to cover this with the fabric back here like I can in the front. So we'll see what happens. I'm just waiting for my oldest child to get up and get back here and take care of the chickens and the ducks so I can get the water going before it gets too hot. So everybody's still sleeping. We just woke up. The garlic is doing great. I did get the rest of the 2 bales of straw laid out. Almost done, but I gotta go get like 2 more. So I've got it going on top of the cardboard all the way around, and as long as I keep it wetted down, the straw is staying in place for the most part. So that's working well. And if I can get it a little bit thicker, I think that will help. Alright, so in here I have my patty pans there and there. And then the Gallia melons are in the corners of each of those trellises. My baby corns. This guy is one of the wild, it looks like it's a broccoli, but it's not. I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up again. I was so excited last year because I thought I had gotten a broccoli, and it wasn't a broccoli. It's in the family, but it wasn't. So I've got one of my borage there that I started. See, this one up here looks like it's another one of those guys. I thought it was a kale, but it's not. I'm gonna let the girls have these because it's pretty tight in here. I got marigolds coming up from last year, which is good because they smell good, they look pretty, they help cover the ground, especially if the corn gets taller. Sorry, buddy. I was waiting to see what you were, and you're not what I thought, so you don't get to stay. Ouch. Hi.
Hey, Baylor, get out of there.
He's okay.
No. Get out of there.
These were some rescues from Walmart. I got them for like $2. And so I'm going to plant them. These guys, I just bought because we love them. My husband bought it for me one year, and I thought it was a house plant. I didn't realize it was an outdoor plant. So it didn't get enough light inside. So, but I've always loved them. So I'm going to, bless you. I planted 4 out front, and I'm going to do 4 back here. So these are butternut and acorn squashes here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did go and get another vinca vine to offset that one. And the bachelor buttons are planted, but I don't know if they're going to do well. They just kind of been sickly. The teddy bear sunflowers from last year are getting huge quickly. That is Armenian cucumber. There's 3 of those. So there's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. I think that is a Swiss chard from my one that bolted last year. Oh, this one got broke. Dang it. I have raccoons that come in here pretty regularly. And I have skunks and I have squirrels. And so they are always in this garden. I'll have to see if I can put some dirt around her and save her. I have the Dusty Miller there. That's the ground cover my mom gave me. And then what was left of the okras are in this corner here. I thought it would be really pretty because they're going to get much taller. And then I have some marigolds down there that I need to just move around that I started inside. So that plant that I just... I think so too. That plant I just pulled up looks like that one right there. So it's pretty. So I let them stay, but I don't want them back there in that patch. So that one I'm letting stay.
Mom, all 3 of these zinnias over here are opening.
I know, I saw that when I walked out.
Orange, we've got a purple one that's opening, and a pink.
Cool.
Well, the orange one's actually been open for a while, so that one's just... We have it looks like a blue one that's going to open here.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it seems like most of the zinnias, even though they're struggling, they're still blooming, but they were all the dwarf ones. They didn't get big like the ones that I had last year. So that's kind of interesting. But come here, buddy. Let's see if we can save you. I guess it could have been an insect too, but there you go. I'll get you some water. So basically I just kept a small walkway on each side so that I had the flowers kind of in the middle and then the other things on the outside. Oh, look at that jumper. He's beautiful. Hey, little dude. Oh, he's so pretty. The oldest has raised spiders, so we have an affinity. Oh, he's beautiful. Do you see that fly? Are you going to go get him? It's pretty cool. Good morning, offspring. As soon as you're done with the water, I gotta get it going. Are you messing with pools today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We got a second harvest of radishes yesterday. They're so good. Okay, so these were the store-bought tomatoes. I still have mine to do, but this one is a yellow pear. And this one was a yellow cherry. Yeah, see, here's another one of those plants. They're beautiful, so I let them stay. This one was the Roma. I have a squash of some sort. I don't remember what they were. And we ran out of markers, so they're not marked. So yeah, that's going to be a surprise. That one there and that one there. Those guys did have some transplant shock, but they're bouncing back. Broccoli is getting taller. I had diatomaceous earth on them. Kale is looking better because they were getting eaten. That's my store-bought black crim. Oh, they're hot already. Holy cow. This one is a black beauty. Can you see her? Not really. There she is. My few spinach that made it are getting tall. They're definitely getting hot back here. There's my celery that I had bought. And then the hollyhock transplanted. I didn't think it was going to make it, but I see new leaves coming up, so yay. The mini zinnias, the juncus, and the borage. And then my straw flowers and petunias. And the onions. They're doing really good. I can't wait to see this. Another nasturtium. These are the Mongolian giants here. I need to get them watered. They're hot. The other hollyhocks, straw flowers, and petunias. This was a lemon boy. I have two of those. So there's one there and there's one there. And the snap peas. And they're hot. I'm trying, guys. I did not get up today. The weather has been kicking my butt, so I have not felt well. My sunflowers back there are definitely getting eaten by something. That sucks. I'll put some DE on them just in case it's insects. Oh my gosh, they're getting decimated. Oh, that sucks. So I have my golden honey bears back here. So, I don't know. I'll have to fill up the poofer and come poof them. Alright, so then over here, I still need to get my straw down, but these are yellow squash. These had bad transplant shock, but they look great now. And then these ones were the green zucchinis. And then the lavender is in the middle of them on both sides. And then this is calendula and basil. So, definitely gotta get out here and get everything poofing with the DE. Hello, little buck.
Dad's calling him Dollar General.
Stupid.
It's not stupid because he is a buck and he's a little bit gruff.
No, he's a good boy.
And Dad called Cookie the Family Dollar.
He's mean.
It is a little bit funny, but I don't think I'll ever.
So, I'm loving how green it's looking back here already. I'm definitely learning how better to pace myself for getting things into the ground and, you know, getting the ground mulched and helping with weeds a little bit. Once I get these last, I have those 2 rows there and then this walkway left to do, and then just kind of filling, oh, and that walkway. We can't do too much there though because we have to be able to swing the gates open. But anyway, once we get that done, it's gonna look really pretty back here, in spite of being kind of janky cattle panels that I got for $2. But anyway, just gotta move my stuff into the all my pots and everything back into the house, and yeah, it's looking good. Oh, we're getting there. It's a growing. I have a few things left inside. I think this is a volunteer tomato. I didn't plant it. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. So a squirrel must have carried them in there. So I'm letting them do their thing too, see what happens. But I think today we are going to hit the, I got to get medicine for Einstein's head because of when he had the mites. He gets blood feathers in his crown. It draws the mites, and then the mites like to embed up there. And then the girls see that and they peck at him. So we've got to get some medicine to stick on his head so he doesn't get sick. And we're going to run another round of DE on the girls to keep them under control. I think I need vitamins for the girls. I need dog food for my dogs, which I get at the feed store. And I guess that was it. Shavings for the ducks, because we keep filling that area, so it helps with the smell. So we've got to make a run to there, and then I have my ag fabric that I need to get over the brassicas in the front yard. And Baylor, what you doing? Huh? What you doing? I need to get that on there before the caterpillars get to it. So I need to do that. My husband needs to cut me one more garden stake into 1-foot sections so that I can have 3 rows of the ag fabric. But I'm going to go ahead and fill up my poofer for the DE, and I need to do that bed and then come back here and get those poor sunflowers. And everything else was already done, so they're okay. I have nothing flowering over there, so it's not really drawing the pollinators. So if I do it before I start getting flowers, we should be okay. So, we are almost done with our gourd project. I have a duck I need to put the eyes on and then clear coat it. And clear coat the bases of the other ones, and then that is off my plate. My daughter finished a painted rock for an individual that's in the rock group that we're in. That was on my plate, and she took it and finished it, so that helped tremendously. And basically, the first week of June, we are going through the house, going through the outside. We're gonna scrape and caulk, and then we're painting. So this house needs it desperately. So I am so excited about that. So that's something we're going to be tackling. I don't know if it's just me and the hubby or if the kids are going to help too. Probably the oldest will for sure, but I'm so excited. This house, blue is not my favorite color. It's not even a color that I'm fond of unless it's in a flower. And when we bought this house, it was blue. And we've been here 20 years and haven't changed it. So I'm so excited about being able to do that. And then I can paint the cat house also to match it. So maybe even the chicken coop. We'll see. Yeah, so it'll look really nice. The front is looking amazing. I'm getting so many compliments from neighbors how beautiful it is. So that makes my heart just happy that we have this little jewel here in the urban area. Donuts! Is he just yelling at you? Oh, he's so excited the girls are coming out. Set it into the garlic while you're trying to lock things up, babe. That way it waters the garlic. So, anyway, that's where we're at. Still a lot of small projects to do, but we're getting there, little by little, and even in spite of not feeling well. Today, the pressure definitely doesn't feel as bad as what it has the last couple days, so I actually feel much better. So, oh, popped out. I left that brush hanging out here on the fence too, so that you can scrub in those things. Alright, so I'm gonna go get to work. I need to get the water going on these areas, and then we are doing our pandemic video next, so be looking for that. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.